I grew up as a competitive dancer, and a lot of that time I spent myself in ballet classes in pointe shoes. I really got a first-hand experience of how quickly they break down, how painful they can be, and just overall how outdated they were. I remember talking with a lot of my friends about just, oh gosh, we don't want to go to Pointe today because we don't want to put on our pointe shoes. They hurt so bad even after 5 minutes.
Ballet pointe shoes have a very short life cycle. They are used for maybe even just 3 or 4 weeks, and then they've broken down to the point where they need a new shoe.
They're spending millions of dollars on this worldwide, and it is very, very wasteful. So we saw an opportunity to come in and create a new product that still got the ballerinas up on their toes, helped prevent injury because they are lasting a lot longer.
It's not a running shoe, it's not a basketball shoe, so it was kind of fun to go down an avenue that was not really explored yet here in our lab.
One framework that we really stuck to was the how might we, just asking the question, how might we make the pointe shoe more durable? How might we make it more comfortable?
Nico, I think, brought up the issue of like pointe shoes or hearing something about pointe shoes.
Yeah, I think I was scrolling TikTok and then I saw ballerinas breaking in their shoes, and it was just such an absurd thing. And so I think when you finally introduced that in the group setting, it kind of like clicked in my mind, like, oh, there's this problem. Maybe that's something we can dig down into.
And I think what really solidified it too was you come to the table, we had our own interviews, and you said, hey, just everyone talked to one ballerina, one dancer. And I think when we came back after doing that, we all heard very similar things. We're like, oh, there is a huge need here.
I went to the Oregon Ballet Theater, and they had, like, pre-show and during show, they were asking people for donations to help supply their pointe shoe fund. And it was something like $250,000 per year. The ballet company size is only like 20 or so dancers, and just kind of doing the rough math of how many pointe shoes they go through per year, it was like ridiculous.
How do you even put carbon fiber in a shoe that's 100 years old, that is made out of wood and nails, and like completely reconstruct it in a way that works? Which kind of led us to this mechanism where you're able to slide a shank into the toe box, which kind of gives it that flexibility of like down the line, if we want to look at modularity, if you want to take out and use different shanks, if you want to be able to replace components, gives you that kind of liberty to do so.
It's definitely an industry that we found out that was very heavy on tradition, and that extends both to how the product looks, but also like advertisements. We did still want to maintain some of that tradition in the product, outwardly facing, but we wanted like an element of disruption in how we branded ourselves and how we were telling our story.
The sports product arena is very crowded space. So how do you go from one of many to one of a kind? And you do that by investing in the story and the world that is infused and surrounds your particular product concept. Every time this team, Arneau, showed up, they not only communicated the science and the strategy, but they also wrapped it up in a strong visual brand identity, and they pull us into caring deeply about the athletes that they serve.
I think something that's very special about our team project, as well as how the curriculum here is laid out, is that we get the opportunity to step into different functions, whether that's doing the development or doing costing and sourcing, understanding the supply chain. At the very least, get a better appreciation for how those roles come together to make a final product.
Being able to work with people from diverse backgrounds and come out better and stronger as a team at the end of the day is what really makes us make great product.